Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 214th episode of the Torella of Candid Conversations. I'm ahead of myself. I'm thinking about Saturday. We're here with Roosevelt, Big Frank Thomas. How you doing, King?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Thank you for asking. What's up with you, man?
No problem. Oh man, had a busy day. Drove out of town, came back. Um, you know what I mean? Did some running around. Now I'm just here cooling it. You know what I mean? Just chilling and vibing.
All right, man. Hey, that sound like a good day to me, though. You hear me?
Yeah, it was. It was blessed still. You know what I mean? Got to spend the day with my fiance and a couple of friends.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Acquired a new business associate.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, all in all it was pretty good. I had to take out a couple corporations because they sent some bum ass products. You know what I mean? I'm
Okay.
not gonna mention who they are because they're working on it. But if they weren't working on it, you get their name right away.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, we
Yeah,
count those good days.
yes sir, yes sir. But hey,
Mhm.
life is what it is. So got your information from King Jacob, who's a integral part of the VGN, the Village Global Network. Village Global Network, we made the network, broadcasting to over 193 countries with listeners worldwide.
Hey, man. Jacob's a good guy, man. Definitely shout out to Exquisite PR firm. I mean, the people over there, they're real helpful. I mean, they're real knowledgeable. And when I tell you they also provide that encouragement, I want to give a major shout out to my man Jacob and Pavani J.
That,
Absolutely.
that's what's up. That's what's up. So he said he gave me some of your information. We got your resume here, but I want to hear from you. Like, when it comes to you as an individual, right?
Mhm.
What would you say is something about you that nobody knows but everybody should?
That I'm just a musician. Music is what feelings sound like. So I always encourage people to get in them.
Okay.
Not only am I a writer or a singer or a rapper or a producer,
All
um,
right.
but I'm also just a music enthusiast. I own a
Okay.
company called Trust Your Hustle. We used to be called Tweet Your Heat. So shout out to everybody in Trust Your Hustle. Um, and we're just working, every day we get an opportunity to create. We take advantage of that.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Building up the community, building up the brand, the product. Um,
Absolutely.
what would you say is something that would be what is your I want to say your your special skill, your quality that stands you out from the rest?
My creativity, you know, I can't go by the name Penn Franklin without, showing, I guess, a little boastful humor to,
I like that though.
my pen. I love to create. Growing up, I always watched movies. This was definitely a DVD household. But what they did was it put something in me to always just want to give my rendition of things. And over a while, I just created my own niche. R&B soul.
Yeah, and there's not enough of that right now. Like it's like I remember when R&B was a staple in the community, and now it seems like it's a forbidden art.
Well, I mean, they fake it. They fake like it's forbidden because the population keep increasing, so somebody doing something. you know, but
True.
uh, but realistically, R&B is just the rhythm and blues. It's just an opportunity to connect with sounds that can tell a story, and usually it involves love or hate, which I'm sure everybody on Earth identifies with every day.
Mm, true. True. So now, what would you say is your main genre? And I know like genres have a myriad of different categories within them. So like, if you were to pick, say, three variables of the music that you make, what would they be?
I, that's actually a great question. I would say R&B, of course, soul, because my music is, fairly clean. You can play it for grandma, and you can play it for, the younger youth division.
Hmm.
And then lastly, I would say hip hop, because poetically with words, I'm around some great, artists. Shout out to Left Lane Did On. Shout out to All Hell YT. Shout out to Nish Eastwood. That's my brother. Shout out to Floss the Boss. Amazing pen with the battle rap. I mean, like I said, I'm around so many artists that are like seriously nice with the pen. I have to give some of my a tribute to them because they make sure I don't just put out bubblegum music. They challenge when I release music, they challenge my pen, and I appreciate
Okay.
them.
Yes, iron sharpens iron. I'm not gonna get any better if people tell me I'm great and I know I'm not.
Right,
Or you know
right.
what I mean? Not even I know I'm not, but I know I have work to do. You know what I mean? So
That's it. That's
kudos to
it.
you for acknowledging that constructive criticism can be beneficial to the person who was being criticized. That's what they
Absolutely.
call it, constructive, right? Bless up
100%.
King Jacob from the Chatterbox. Oh man, that's another one of the shows on the Village Global Network. Download the VGN app. The Village Global Network has an application that you can get in your Play Store, your App Store, your Samsung Store, any of those stores. Download the Village Global Network app. We'd appreciate it. Village Global Network, we make the network. Listen, this is Candid Conversations episode 214. We are here with Roosevelt, Big Frank Thomas, Penn Franklin, aka.
Pen
And
Frank.
you know what I mean? I saw that name. I'm just like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little salty. I'm like, why didn't I think of something that good?
Well, it really just stuck. It stuck. I always wanted to just pay homage to the what I thought was my strong point, which was the writing. As I always encourage writers, just go for it. See, a lot of times we give a lot of tribute to the artists, but it's the writers that sit in that room and put things together, and that's what essentially keeps us entertained, and that's where the sauce is. So shout out to all the writers, man. Please keep going. Create today. Word
It's
up.
true. It's true. Those who are writing, like, I mean, I sat down yesterday and I put a verse together and I was pleased with it. You know what I mean? It was on a song that has been, we'll say, fermenting for a little bit for potency.
Okay.
Because I
Okay.
make music that's a little bit ahead of the time. But when I sat down and I heard it again, I'm like, yo, because it was one, and I'm sure we've all been there. You do a collabo track with someone, and the conversation doesn't go the way it's supposed to, so the song ends up on the shelf. You know what I mean? Then you got to
It
decide if you want
happens.
to release it and give publicity to someone who you don't know if they're publicizing you the right way, or you know what I
Absolutely.
mean. So
Absolutely.
So I'm sure we've all been down that road. So I just said, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. If I like the song and I don't like the person on the song, I'm taking them off the song and using the song for myself. Especially if I brought the song to the table. Galang.
That's it. That's it. That's it. I tell artists all the time, I try to like take away pressure from the everyday creation process. So I
Yeah.
tell artists all the time, ain't no wrong way to paint. It ain't.
All
Picture
right.
you picture you making something and you got your paintbrush out and you doing your thing. Can't nobody come up to you and say, hey, put more green in that. Like it's artist subjective.
You know what? We're gonna come back to that just after this.
All right.
Uh, all right. So, yeah. Apparently, I have to have something I don't right now. So we're gonna have to figure some stuff out over here. Yeah, so you're right. It's like or like being a chef. You know what I mean? No one can tell you what spice to put in your pot or your meal,
Absolutely.
right? So I agree, man. You make sense. You make sense. No, we got these two tracks here.
All right.
I'm gonna get you to pick left or right.
I'm gonna say when things don't go right, go left.
All right, so the track is called. Let me make sure I got this. How You Like It.
Mm.
What was? What are three messages in the music that you want people to get?
Okay. Well, How You Like It is on the I Hope Today Treats You Well EP, which was just released New Year's Day. Definitely support if you can. It's a 4-track EP. It's really good. But How You Like It is actually a bedroom conversation piece, if I must say. Um,
I like the way. I got to stop you for a second. I like the elegance in which you spoke that last statement.
I mean, I'm just, we grown up, we grown ups here. So
That's what's
this
up.
is this is more the negotiation before just some love is made. It don't essentially gotta be sex, but just the chemistry opportunity, you know? Um, but yeah, How You Like It is produced by Paul Gass. Um, I sampled 702. Everybody who asked, that was actually one of the fan favorites on iTunes. I did sample 702, and we actually have a great visual coming up real soon. Shout out to Larice King. We're going to be in New York City soon, so look out for that. Um, but How You Like It, like I said, is just that intimate conversation before the decision is made. And I'm asking the woman straight up, like, I could take my time and learn you, or you could tell me. But either way, we're gonna get there.
That. You know what?
Good.
I have absolutely no problem with the way that's being worded. It's just, it's like it's such a taboo conversation, but we wouldn't be here without it,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So when do we normalize this conversation? How do we actually have this conversation without people getting offended or disrespected, even though you just have a genuine question, comment, or a request, even? Nah, man, someone's got to open that door, man. Good on you.
I mean, somebody gotta be honest. Like I said, the music is clean enough where you're not gonna feel like you're insulting anybody or maybe too vulgar or whatever. It's literally just to the point, direct with words. But I had fun with the 702 sample, and I just asked her how she liked it. Like, tell me how you like it, baby. Like, let's figure it
All
out.
right. All right. That being said, let's get to the track.
How you want it? How you want it? How you want it? How you want it? Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. On and all day. On this side of town. And I care about the views all night. Yeah. I'm on you now. And so took the liberty to call up your time and say you want me. Cause we need a couple days. Doctor, my name. And you feel just get today together, I'ma make it better. We can hit the road and we can do it. Long as you got me, long as I got you. How you like it? How you like it? How you like it? How you want it? How you like? How you like it? Oh man.
We are monitored by Online Radio Box. You can catch a replay of Candid Conversations on the Village Global Network. We will be playing it at 8 a.m. on Wednesdays. Be sure to check out the Village Global Network And remember, we make the network. Shout outs to shout out to the Philippines, shout out to Italy, shout out to Africa, shout out to Cambodia, shout out to everywhere doing their thing because we are likely there. It's easier to list the countries we're not playing in because
Okay.
there's less of those.
Okay. 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 Let's go.
So that being said, what's your year end goal?
To identify with my tribe. That's it. You know, just make this music. Like I said, it's what feelings sound like. So, um, on a more serious note, I definitely take mental health very serious. So, I just try my best to do my part of the music because I know a day, for me at least, for a day that I don't have no type of music playing at all, that's a sad day for me.
Mhm.
So I was always told either you part of the problem or you part of the solution. So in my world, I feel like me creating this music is me doing my part. I operate in my gift, and I was always taught that a man or a woman's gift will make room for them. So this is what I'm here. I'm present.
Okay, okay. And music is a significant contributor to the psychological development and well-being of humanity.
Absolutely. See, I like how you said that. I like how you said that. Let me put that on Twitter, man.
Oh man, by all means, if you hear a quote, by all means, run it.
All right, all right.
Oh man, doing the thing here. We got some comments in the chat. Let's see who's in there. Ah, very clear, elegant, real grown folk shit. Yes, sir. I say that a hundo p. It's on some Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass kind of vibe. You know what I mean? We ain't getting we getting swanky, not skanky.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Oh man. We're in the mix. Come get your fix. Culture Shock Radio. You can catch us at Zeno.fm/CULCHASHOCKRADIO. Zeno.fm /Culture Shock Radio. We're in the mix. Come get your fix. Saturdays, we have the Terrell Effect. It's been bumping around from different times recently because I'm trying to figure out exactly where I wanted to go. We have the longest reigning episodic podcast, weekly episodic podcast in Niagara region, stand up. And we will continue to do that every Saturday. So go to youtube.com/at EXPOSETHENORTH 8741. That's Exposure North 8741 on YouTube and hit the notification button for more details on what's going on. Now, Um, do you remember the Attitude Era?
I do.
Okay, now where were you when it came to everybody watched wrestling? I don't care who you think you are. Everybody watched wrestling at some point
Absolutely.
or another, right?
Absolutely.
Not all of us made the cardboard belts. Not all of us ripped their shirts off and got in trouble from their mother because they were going through marinas too fast. But we all
Okay.
watched it in some period of time.
Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Listen,
when was
when it comes to
you
the
know they're on
attitude
Netflix?
era,
Go ahead.
uh,
You know they're on Netflix now, right? The WWE.
I do. I do. I'm familiar.
Now, did you watch Raw on Netflix?
I didn't. I didn't. I haven't really tapped in. My niece, my great nieces and nephews, they pretty much tapped me in on the newer, public figures. But no, I remember um, Raw. Raw is war. I remember.
Yes.
That's my era right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, okay, yeah, man. That's when like when you had the birth of Stone Cold and
Mm,
like the Nation of Domination and all of those guys. Yeah, I remember that.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. Hey, do you remember Papa Shunga?
Bregin, we have this thing called Me and the Boys Wrestling right now,
Uh huh.
and one of the guys has a faction with Papa Shango in it.
Come on, come on, come on,
From the
come
burbs
on.
to the block, I'm telling you, fam. Me and the Boys Wrestling, you can find on youtube.com/at POEZ. There's all kinds of stuff on there, poetry and card openings and things of that nature. There's even some videos with the dog Charlie, cutest thing ever. But Basically, it's real people using digital avatars to settle the difference. And
Okay.
the motto of the league is when we wake up, we choose violence.
Come on.
So I mean, right now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm in a no. I was my last match was a tag team match with Driving Under Insanity, who I'm
Mm,
working on a podcast with. Oh,
mm.
by the way, check out Hosting Under Insanity on xrpradio.co.uk.
All
So
right.
we're working on that, and then we're a tag team on the wrestling show, and we were just in a fatal four way for a
Oh,
chance to get into a triple threat for the title.
come on. Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
Like
Okay.
the POE is a maniac when it comes to storytelling. Like on the
Mm.
microphone with his arts, with this the league that he has going on. Like like there are legit, like right now people are in a chat room starting beef with each other, kayfabe of course, but beefing with each other to start matches.
Oh, come on. Come on. But that show you the power. That show you the power.
Yo, if I had known 7 seasons ago this is what it would be. I know I lied. 7 seasons ago I saw this. I
Okay.
saw this kind of thing. So,
Okay.
it's crazy. I talk about that to say, have you what shot have you called? Like what are you doing now that you said you would be doing from back then?
Um, teaching. I
Okay.
knew I always had a power. Um, I wouldn't say, well, yeah, I would say power. I always had a power that I didn't really like fully understand until I had to look at my life in hindsight. But rest in peace to my mother. She had a daycare, so the way she would like upbring children, it was like I learned from her, just from watching her do her thing. It was like I learned how to communicate with children at an early age. So in 2007, I used to teach a vocal class, and all these parents in Jersey, they trusted me with their children to do the right thing, and I felt like I did my part of showing them how to obtain their natural voice. Because most singers, when we first start off, we want to sound like the radio. We want to
Yep.
sound this hit record and what we've seen on TV. But in my classes, I would always encourage the children to, really just, hold on to their natural voice. So right now, I'm seriously considering opening up some more classes for the children. I only want to work with kids because grown-ups, y'all got way too many excuses for me. Okay. Um,
Tell me about it.
but
It's easy. Hey, it's easier to build a strong kid than it is to fix a broken adult, eh?
I mean, but listen, but the beauty part of it is, I have a lot, I guess, a way in to the younger generation as well. My son, he goes by the name of JX Lore. He's on his like 15th project. He's really doing his thing, and I'm super proud of him. But
Okay.
he's just another avenue of my connection to the younger generation. So in my head, we're not going to go out of style. Like I know they say hip hop and R&B is a young man's sport, but we're the only genre that does that. Like,
Bro, I was just having this conversation with some people. I said we need to take it back. You look at rock, you look at country, you look at alternative, you look at pop, you look at any other genre of music except for the top selling genre of music, the
right,
most influential genre of music, the most
right,
replicated genre of music.
come on. So, I just look at it like I'm a forever be young. Shout out to my bro Drew. But I'm a forever be young, through the music. I'm basically a part of a good community that we get to put this music out to the internet, and it essentially grows its own legs. It's almost like having children. Like you literally get to watch this child grow up and do beautiful things on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep,
I'm very thankful to be a part of that community.
that's top shelf, bro. That's top shelf. All right, so We're gonna play this other song after we come back from a break. But let me see this right here quick. Oh man, there's so much. So, how'd you celebrate your New Year's?
With my business partner, we said we got to bring the new year in doing what we love and making money while we doing it. So my business partner and his wife, we all got together. We met up with family. Um, oh, shout out to my niece, Jules. She's another artist. We spent New Year's with her as well, and we just was basically celebrating our accomplishments thus far because this spring will be 10 years since I started my company, Trust Your Hustle, and I didn't even realize that it's been 10 years, but we've done so much, and I mean we've fed thousands in the community, and I'm just very thankful to be a part of that too. So we spent New Year's celebrating that, and we plan on doing a gala this spring to commemorate.
Okay. Um, 30 seconds. Let them know your handles.
Well, my name is Roosevelt Thomas, so put the check in Roosevelt Thomas' name. However, I also go by Big Frank 302, which is the artist. I go by Penn Franklin, which is actually the producer, the writer. You can follow me at Big Frank 302 everywhere, all one word. Um, and just look out for the next project. Definitely check out the journal series. Now that's Facebook Journal 1, 2, and 3. I seriously encourage y'all to listen to that. It's actually a mini movie. So we shot a movie, Let Grow.
Okay.
Let Grow. It's my first short indie film. We turned down the Hulu deal because we bigger than that. We got big aspirations for that. And I just want to say thank y'all for rocking with me for so long with the Let Grow film. Let Grow. You can't grow a beautiful flower without tearing up some dirt first. Now that
Uh,
tearing up of the dirt might make people feel uncomfortable, but it's necessary for growth. So
all right. All
just
right.
tap in, Big Frank 302. We here.
All right. We're gonna be right back.
Just tap in, Big
Right.
Frank.
Okay. So, when it comes down to it, now, what's the best way to get a hold of you? Like, what's the social media of preference?
I have a team, so we're operating daily, 24/7. My DMs are open in regards to some music. If you need commercials, if you need animations, if you need production work, I'm starting to have a nice niche with the editing, 3D animation. So yeah, just reach out to at Big Frank 302, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is X. Um, and if you're on X, make sure you check out the interview with LL Burrell. He was one of the actors on the Tyler Perry Medea's funeral film. And we just did an amazing interview over there. So definitely check that out. And next, hopefully you can get us out there to Canada. I'm trying to visit.
I mean, what you doing in what you got going on in August?
Man, I tell you what, I'm coming to Canada. That's what we doing.
Well, the Afro Caribbean Festival will be happening,
Okay.
as far as I understand, the second weekend of August.
Okay.
So save the date and we'll coordinate.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Big Frank, aka Penn Franklin, aka Roosevelt Thomas, aka the next big thing. You gotta understand, man. Like a lot of things are happening, so you get to pick and choose what you pay attention to, but you
Absolutely.
cannot dismiss the quality of the character. Now, that being said, we got this other song here because you picked left first, so we're gonna see what's on right.
Okay.
We got this song called Pimp Franklin. No, the song's called Locomotion.
Right.
What you got? Give me a lead into that track.
So Locomotion is once again the original production. I co-produced with an amazing producer named Nook Beats, the prime example. It's featuring the Grammy Award winning Kyle Owens. We actually went viral a few summers ago with Spanglish. Check that out. But this song, Locomotion, is once again, now we went from negotiations of how she likes it to Now we getting into the groove. We moving as one, as a unit. And I'm simply just painting a narrative of some love making. That's what we doing. Locomotion, getting into the groove.
Hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You gotta call it like you see it. Like I said earlier in the show, we're here because of it. Why is it so taboo? I mean, you don't want
Absolutely.
to be you don't want to be like Buck in the middle of a bus station with everybody there and shit. But if you daring
Right.
enough, why not? Whatever. But you know what I mean? But,
Listen, but the song gonna make them do it. I put it like this: if you listen to the song with your partner, just see what happens when y'all listen to it together, and write me in the comments and tell me what happened.
well, I'm gonna have to ask my station manager, aka fiance, to step out of the room if that's the case, because
All
we
right, all
live
right.
right now for episode 214, and we can't have that kind of thing happen.
Look, it's definitely
Ooh.
one thing. One thing I can say about the record is it definitely will encourage love. I take it back to that '90s feel. Once again, it's soulful R&B, and I really
All right,
I want to know y'all opinion. Let me know.
let them know in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We gonna play the song "Locomotion."
Since everybody's doing it, we might as well join it. Cool this. And I'll take you down to the early morning. For keeps she be playing. My team said no saving. Before her, I've been waiting to validate my patience. Yeah. So don't trip, I'll lead. When your hips sway this way, come with me on the floor, and I want more. Yeah. Will you get with me? Will you get with me? Yeah. It's like the locomotion. Get with me. Will you get with me? Yeah.
Now I see why he
It's
said
like
Pimp
the
Franklin.
locomotion. It's like the locomotion. Yeah. 2:35 a.m. past midnight, tossing in. Touching your neck with my lips. Can I get down? If eyes to the windows that lead to the soul, I can see that they're open again. It's cold out here without your warmth. You know you're home. This moment is where you and I belong. Don't worry about the lights even on. It's gonna turn into your favorite song. Cause I got been waiting so long. I know we just finished making love, but I'm ready to give it another go. Get with me, get with me, yeah. It's like a locomotion. It's like a locomotion.
So who made the beat for this?
All original. Me, and like I said, Nook Beats the prime example. Richmond, New Jersey.
Okay, so break it down for me again. Penn Franklin is who?
Penn Franklin is the producer. Penn Franklin, I play the piano a little bit. I play a little soft acoustic guitar as well. But Franklin is the producer. I make the melodies, and then my producer Nook Beats the prime example. He put them drums on there. When we come together, this is actually like our fifth record that did top fan favorite. We
Okay,
five
okay.
five.
So and Big Frank is the lyricist, the artist, the
Absolutely,
conveyor of the message.
absolutely,
Okay, all right. Yeah, I see that. I see how that works. I see how that works. Okay, okay. Now you got to tell. For a second, I was like, "Shit, am I listening to Usher?" No, no. I'm
Listen,
not gonna lie. I got lost in the tones and the melodies for a second, and I heard that like that similarity. But you do have your own original voice, and I
absolutely,
can respect that. And you said something earlier in the podcast, and it's very true. Like it's hard to find your own voice, especially when you're always listening to other people.
absolutely.
So what is one tip you would give to someone looking for their own voice?
Well, one thing I do is I make them focus on the volume of how they sing. Now we all know the old school rules. We all watch Sister Act, singing from the diaphragm, but
Yeah.
what I do is I give them different breathing techniques to show them how to sing in that high pitched head voice, but also sing at a low enough tone where they're not yelling, screaming, or belting. And the more it's almost like this. I'm gonna use sports for example. If we know that you got a nice handle, I mean, you can dribble all the way up the court and your fatigue is at 1,000, right? When we have you at practice, you're not going to be dribbling no basketball. We're going to make sure that we develop the rest of your game. So, in regards to the music, like I said, people are comfortable with belting out because usually that's like the narrative, like, oh, you're not singing loud, you're timid. But you'd be surprised how many studio singers can't even sing their record at a calm, natural voice,
Mm-mm.
and
Yeah.
that makes it
You
different.
just your statements just proved one thing I believe true. The best way to improve your strengths is to work on your weaknesses.
Absolutely, every time, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like you said, if you can dribble but you can't shoot, what's the point? But we're
Absolutely.
gonna get right back to that after this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for episode 214 of Candid Conversations, and this is the part where I'm gonna flip the script. Now, when I
So,
flip the script, it's when I give the guest the opportunity to be the host
all right.
and make whatever statements they have or ask any questions they may have come with through the course of the show. So, Big Frank, aka Penn Franklin, aka Roosevelt Thomas, you have the floor as we flip the script.
All right. Well, I have a question for you.
Okay.
So, like you told us earlier in the podcast, you have many different networks that you're attached to, and
Yep.
your voice sends out to the massive amount of people. So, my question to you is, how do you handle the people that run up on you at the Targets and the Walmarts and the gas stations? Like when they ask you, like, they want to be a part of your podcast. How do you basically determine who's worth the time to actually bring to your business and who's just wants to build conversation?
I I leave the door open for that conversation. I'm used to it by now because you see, I've come to the point where I can absorb that energy and
Hmm.
reflect it in a positive way, positive or negative.
Okay.
And because I am such, I'm gonna call it like I see it or like it is. I'm an attention whore. Like I the other day had to fight the urge to get dressed in my darkest night costume and go downtown and just be me. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's easy for me to deal with because my energy levels kind of beyond whatever they bring to me
Okay.
kind of thing. So whenever someone comes to me and matches my energy, then I give them the opportunity to work with me on this level. Or someone I work with or associate with brings me the or something to my attention. I
Okay.
like to give it the benefit of the doubt because the people I work with are well established in their own individual networks. Like I
Right.
said, we have, I believe we're going on 40 different brands under the label.
Hmm.
There's news that I'd like to speak on that I can't yet because when it's made official, it'll be known.
All right.
But let's just say there's aside from the application and the radio stations and the grip on a good percentage of many nations, we're just humble people trying to see good happen in the world.
That's it. That's it.
Mhm.
Great answer. All right. Okay. Can I ask you one more question?
You have the floor until you're done, bro.
What did you think of the two records from the I Hope Today Treats You Well EP?
I think they're memorable.
Hmm.
Um, they're catchy. I think that more music like this should be acceptable Like you should be able to talk about sensitive subjects in a respectful, if not sensual way,
Mhm.
and not have any problems with your personal appearance or your personal, I guess, clout. You know what I mean? Like I know from reflection that there were people who made fun of me when I sang R&B at a younger age
Mhm.
because R&B isn't thug and R&B isn't gangster and R&B, and I lived in some areas where that was the way of life. Uh, it's just interesting to see
Mhm.
how far societies come where it comes to this kind of topic.
All right. All right. Well, thank you. I thank you for your honest opinion.
No problem. No problem. What I would like to do is invite you back to an episode of The Terrell Effect where we could play more of your music and, you know what I mean, shoot the breeze about your projects, your performances, and any of your productions that you got going on.
Man, I would love to, man. Like I said, y'all already saved in the favorites. Shout out to King Jacob one more time for
Yes,
connecting.
sir.
And this was a great experience, man. I'm definitely thankful for the opportunity, man.
Appreciate it. Well, divine achievements bring life's opportunity carrying knowledge.
All
The
right.
block. Divine achievements bring life's opportunity carrying knowledge. So
Mm,
things happen to teach people willing to learn, and the best way to combat ignorance is with information. All right.
absolutely.
I know at the time we were told by any means, but we're trying to make it by any civil means because there's no point in working your ass off to get what little we have or what
Right.
we have or what we get and then losing it because someone else doesn't show the level of respect we feel we earn or deserve. I
100%.
I lived in Toronto for 25 years. Toronto's globally known. I lived in Toronto for 25 years. I never had as many issues or run-ins in Toronto as I've had out here. And personally, I ain't mad at people because they say they usually go after the biggest dog in the yard. But
Mm.
this dog's gonna start biting back, especially with the oligarchs in charge.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Talk to me.
From the burbs to the block, we gotta walk when we talk. They and dog play a part, stay in shop.
Come on.
Oligarchs be oligarching, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna tangle up in webs like I'm Peter Parkin.
Hmm.
Everybody gets one.
Hmm.
But I'll let you right now. I'll let you know right now. I've been by the Wisher Brother Woods, and I went by the Wisher Brother Well. I threw some coins in, so don't play with me because it's not
Come
me and it's
on.
not today.
Come on. Come on.
I'm
Come on.
showing you.
Talk it though.
I'm showing you. Like I heard this is one thing, and I would never put myself in the same shoes as a Marcus Garvey or a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther King, but I will say I am David Tyrell and I've changed legislation. So what do you want changed today?
Come
What
on.
change do you want to see today? Because you have to
Come
be
on.
that change first off. You know what I
Come on.
mean? I told someone the other I was at a we got a couple minutes left here. I'll share one of my personal stories. I went to the bank machine the other day. And this is how you tell no two people are all right, are the same. I'm there talking to one person, joking, cackling about some foolishness, and I said, you know what? Like, I'm gonna run for mayor. And
Mhm.
she's like, well, good luck. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm feeling myself. You know what I mean? Next dude comes up, I try my little bit, my little routine. And he's like, you're never gonna beat the guy that's here.
Mm.
I said, okay. Listen here, Saul. This is my Israel. I've
Look,
watched you
come
for the
on.
last 12 years. I've watched you for the last 12 years. I've seen the stuff that you've done.
Mm.
You've helped your friends and
Mm.
only your friends for the most part. And that's fine because I'd like to help, but I just like to help some of mine now.
Come
You know what I
on.
mean? You think that listen, we are going to have good conversations this year. The Afro Caribbean Festival, the commemoration of the bench for the Justice for Black Lives demonstration. I got the Culture Fest. I'm bringing back the block party. We're gonna have at least 3, 4 the block parties. I want to have a disco party. I want to go from the 50s music all the way up to the music of now, and I want to have some kind of transitional element of what's going on. The year end celebration of celebrations just happened and it feels like it's going to be happening again in another 11 months. Wait,
All
it
right.
is. So, you know what I mean? Celebration of celebrations where we celebrate all people in all nations as the time changes at New Year's Eve. Listen, expose the north at gmail.com if you want to get to me. sharetheshock@gmail.com if you want to get to the latest from the soon to be greatest. It'll update your status and your playlist. Is there anything you want to say before we head out?
I just want to say once again, if you enjoyed the content that was showed on this amazing broadcast, definitely look out for Hope Today Treats You Well EP, available on all streaming platforms. Follow at Big Frank 302. Soon you're gonna catch me in August at the Caribbean Fest. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take that flight. It's gonna be my
Yeah.
first time. I look forward to that.
All
Um,
right.
and once again, just thank you for the opportunity, man.
Yeah, man. Anytime, no problem. So keep me up to date. Oh, another thing that I want to let you know, xrpradio.co.uk. Hosting under Insanity is on Saturdays at 6 until 7. But you can upload your tracks and they have a good chance of being featured on one of the shows on
All
that
right.
station. So check out xrpradio.co.uk. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, I can't even use my media assets right now. This is just a traditional show because I've had a few things that I got to change. But you know what? I appreciate you for your time, your effort, your energy. Stay with us as we end the show, and we'll exchange information so that we can grow.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Bless up, y'all. We out.